day.
I love it.
Yeah, let's welcome in the host of the Dan LeBatard Show and highly questionable Dan LeBatard. Dan, we were just caught in the middle of it watching this Jordan-LeBron thing because, I'm on this one side where, I think what LeBron has done is amazing. The idea of reaching 7 straight NBA Finals, amazing. But I still go on Michael Jordan's side and what he has done and doing it in 33 fewer games than LeBron when it comes to, breaking this scoring record in the playoffs. I don't even know what my question is, but we were debating, like the measurement with both these guys. Let's just start with you. Is LeBron in the conversation with Michael Jordan when we consider the greatest of all time that played basketball?
The question is just talk about LeBron. This must be infuriating to NHL hockey how much this network talks about LeBron when that series was so bad and, what the Penguins gave us, what they gave us last night. But I don't pause at, is he in the conversation? To me, he's the best basketball player I've ever seen. And I saw Michael Jordan. The advanced metrics, the regular metrics, he's better at just about everything. The thing that Michael Jordan has is the 6 rings. But LeBron is pacing at the same rate as Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan did it in fewer games, but LeBron took fewer shots. The marvel of LeBron is his efficiency, is how smart he is. And really, he doesn't have any peers, so what you have to compare him to is teams. He is a one-man dynasty. He isn't a Patriot. He's the Patriots. He's not a Spur. He's the Spurs. I think it's 5 teams ever have been to this many finals. I think fewer than 20 players ever have been to this many finals. He's peerless, really. And so we can sit here and argue if you want about who's better, and most people will probably say Michael Jordan, but I think we must recognize that we're splitting hairs on this. If you look at the numbers, we're arguing about hair splitting, because if you want to take Michael, that's fine. I won't yell at you, I won't argue with you, but it ain't much of a difference if there is one at all.
And no, that's a fair point. It's not that big of a difference.
No,
I just go that Michael was 6-0 in the NBA Finals, never went to a Game 7 in the Finals.
No, I mean, and you can, LeBatard, you can sit here, we can argue eras, we could say different eras in basketball. There weren't super teams back in the day the way that we see them now, but when you look at LeBron going to 7 straight NBA Finals, is that not one of the most absurd sports accomplishments you've ever heard?
Yeah, that's not something that guys are able to do. And if we want to keep doing it with Michael Jordan, if you want to keep talking about it, LeBron might have 60 pounds on Michael Jordan. He's bigger, stronger, faster than Michael Jordan. I mean, the only argument you can really make for Michael Jordan is the one that you're making, which is he's got more titles. And that's fair. But once LeBron figured out some of the stuff he needed to win titles, he's the one who ended up, getting there every time. And I think we talked about this last time. He's done to the East what Michael Jordan did to the entire league, which is he just extinguishes anybody's chance in a way that makes their career feel lesser just because he exists at the same time.
That's true.
You know who we're also overlooking?
Who?
Is Magic. I think every one of these
that's
conversations, because I look at LeBron is the product of Michael and Magic together.
With more magic than Michael,
you get
in my
LeBron.
opinion.
And if I'm going to slight LeBron for one thing, it's that he went to go seek a ring in Miami. Magic, Michael, Larry, these guys all did it with the guys that were on their team at the time.
But I'll say
Yeah,
this.
but yes, that's true. But also, they went and the other guys you're talking about, Magic had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar already.
Yes.
He didn't have
And
to go
Worthy
find
came
him
in.
and play with him.
Yeah.
And Michael Jordan had Scottie Pippen already. If Cleveland hadn't been such a cluster bleep as a management team, maybe they would have gotten him something. Instead, they failed their way into getting him to return there and become the one-man dynasty that he's become.
How dare you speak ill of Larry Sanders?
Plus, a lot of guys have gone ring seeking. But at least LeBron,
They do now.
Well, they did before. At least LeBron, he got 2 out of 4. So it worked part of the time. LeBron, Dan, the underdog in 6 of his 8 finals appearances. You think he prefers it that way?
No, I think he prefers to have the better team. I think Michael Jordan always had the better team when he was in the finals. One of the things that gets used to dilute LeBron James is that he's lost some in the finals, but what gets not paid enough attention to is that almost every time he's in the finals, he's doing so with a betting underdog. And so people hold that against him too, right? They'll say, well, if you were better, then your team would be better. But he's always getting to the finals, with a team that isn't as good as the one he's playing against. So sometimes he's going to lose. And he has won with the lesser team, as he did last year, beating the single best team I've ever seen.
All right. We have scripted NFL questions next. I don't want to talk about that. I want to stay with this. All right, Dan, I want to continue this conversation.
Sure.
Because during the commercial break, somebody brought up sidekicks. I hate that word. I hate using that word. But when you're looking at Jordan and LeBron, they had two guys there. On one side, Jordan had Scottie Pippen. On the other side, LeBron currently has Kyrie Irving. We've seen the importance of Kyrie in the NBA Finals last year in Game 7, as well as, what happened in Game 4 here recently in this last series. Let's go down the line here before we get to you, Dan, and I want to know, who would you prefer if you had the choice here, Scottie or Kyrie?
I'm taking Scottie Pippen, more complete, plays defense.
Oh, I've been going back and forth since we were arguing in the break about this. I'm leaning Scottie too because of defense, but LeBron can go sit down and Kyrie can take over and win it by himself.
That's a good point.
Scottie could not do that.
Offensively, yes. But I look at it this way, that whenever Jordan came on the court, Scottie get the best defensive player. I mean, he'd make sure you get the best offensive player because he's the best defensive player out there on the court.
Yeah.
Let's go with you, Dan. Where are you going here?
Well, that Bulls team has such a mythology around it. Scottie Pippen is one of the top 50 basketball players of all time because he played with Michael Jordan, even though his stats across the board are kind of like Josh Smith's stats across the board. I think it's blasphemy to go against Scottie Pippen. I know we got in this argument recently. Dwayne Wade's a much better player than Scottie Pippen. I don't think the audience out there knows that or agrees with that, but he is. He's a better player than Scottie Pippen was. And Kyrie, I guess, the defensive, those teams were very good defensively, and I think this team's going to get exposed in the finals defensively because they're not good defensively, and Kyrie's part of that problem. But do you realize how much different a conversation we are having today about all of this if Kyrie Irving, in the last 3 minutes of that game last year, Game 7, if he doesn't hit that shot, or if Golden State hits one shot, we are here right now, and I bet you what we're doing, even though LeBron James is the same player, we're saying this is ridiculous putting him in the conversation with Michael Jordan. He's the Buffalo Bills. He's not the Spurs. He's not the Patriots. He always gets to the finals and loses.
That's a great point because we haven't mentioned the Warriors once in this conversation, yet the Warriors, the favorites going into the finals. So if LeBron is so great, why is he always the underdog in the finals?
Right? Exactly. Right?
Why does he need Kyrie to take the shot or Ray Allen to save him against the Spurs?
Well, I mean, Jordan needed Kerr and Paxton to
that is true. He passed it to them. You take the shot because I'm double teamed.
But, even further,
that doesn't end up being an indictment of Michael Jordan, though, right? That doesn't end up. He passed it to Kerr and Paxton. If LeBron passed it to Kerr and Paxton, that bum yellow coward, what's he doing passing the last shot?
Mike found the open man. He saw the offense, right? Now, here's the thing, too, to follow that. If Kyrie doesn't have the game that he has in those final 3 minutes, is Kevin Durant at Golden State? The Warriors win the championship. You don't know how that plays out during the summertime, right?